All right, we are back on the main business dashboard page. I would like to take a moment to explain a few more details to you. When we first began our session the other day, we already covered business hours, managed tables, and floor plans. Now, let's take a closer look at the specific areas where we can configure some of the additional settings. This depends on your individual subscription and whether this feature is included. Let's take a look at Manage Promotion. When you click into this, you'll see that no promotions have been created yet. So we need to click here on Add Promotion. Here we can write, it is just a happy hour weekday, right? We can use this name, or we can add a description if we'd like. How do we apply a discount? We can discount by percentage. For instance, if we choose a percentage discount, we can set it to 10%. For happy hour weekday, it depends on the time you set. You can set the start and end dates as well. Within the terms and conditions, we are able to enter the minimum spend amount required per person. Regarding the promotion code, we can either have the system generate one for us, or we can simply write our own. For example, we could choose to write something like Happy Hour. We can include the restaurant's name, provided it isn't too long. You can also configure how many times it can be redeemed right here. Just enter that information here. There's also an optional minimum spend. For instance, we could set a requirement of $50. For example, if a table spends at least $50. We enter the information here, then you click on the Create Promotion button. Once you have clicked that, it will appear on the screen. Have a very happy Thai day. When a customer makes a booking, they will enter the promotion code. They will be all set, and once they have booked, they will receive the discount. However, there are certain conditions that apply, of course. We can set our own specific conditions, such as the arrival and departure times. Okay, now let us move on to the next topic, which is payment. For the payment section, we have set the currency to Australian dollars for the time being. We do not have any service charges in place at this moment. We have enabled GST, and then we select the specific GST option from the drop-down menu right here. If you were operating in Thailand, you would use VAT, but we use this one here. Whatever the rate is, we add 10%. This is the final price, meaning the GST is already included. They won't allow us to charge a processing fee in the future. From October 1st, 2026, we'll leave it as disabled. Now we just click. Alright, now go ahead and click the Save Setting button. Okay, it's been successfully saved, so let's navigate back to the dashboard screen. As always, let's move forward and look at the gift cards section. Click the Create Gift Card button and enter an amount, for example $200. Put the name you would like to assign to this card. Then put the email if the recipient you need to enter them twice to make sure you have entered the correct email. However, we utilize our email, which allows us to access and extract the necessary data for our demonstration. Alright, I am going to go ahead and copy this. This gift card is intended for the client. Now, I need to put the name of the person the client want to give this gift card to. Let's go with Debbie, and I'll make sure it's from John. You can enter the message that client want, for example, Happy Birthday, Debbie. Alright, let's keep this brief. Now, how long do you want it to be valid for? 1 year, 2 years? You just enter it here, and then hit Create Gift Card, and that's it. Alright, the new gift card has been successfully created for you. This is the most recent one, and it is valued at exactly $200. It was generated just today, and it will remain valid for the next 730 days. The unique gift card code is being sent directly to this email address, so please feel free to go ahead and check your inbox. Oh, there it is. It has officially arrived in your inbox now. There will be a code in the email. When the customer uses it, they provide it to us. We need to click here, enter the code provided by the customer in this field, and then click Redeem. All right, the display is currently showing $200. Now, how many of those dollars are we going to use? For instance, let's say a customer decides to spend $100. Okay, the redemption process is scheduled for today. All right, now we have arrived at the customer details section. Let's imagine the person using the system is named Debbie, so we enter Debbie into the field. Whatever their email address happens to be, we can also send a follow-up email back to them. For instance, if they have used 100 and there are 100 remaining, we can easily send a copy of that information directly to them. Next, we simply need to click on the Redeem button in order to spend our $100. And it really is as easy as that. Now, if we take a much closer look at the screen, you will see that we started with $200. But after redeeming 100, we are left with exactly $100 remaining in our balance. And with that, we have now successfully finished the entire process. That wraps up the gift card feature. The other functions are part of the analytics system, which analyzes when customers visit, how the performance is, and which days have the best sales. The daily report is, well, a daily report. As for customers, after using the system for a while, you'll be able to see which days a specific customer has made bookings. Is this what we would classify as a no-show? And how many times has this situation actually occurred? I have already provided an explanation regarding this promotion. Now, let us move on to the next part, where we will look at booking. We will run a test and I will include it in the next demo video.